It says here, how can you make tawbah for wronging other people? Very good question. Wonderful question. Making tawbah from wronging other people is the most crucial one and the most dangerous one. Because Allah forgives, but people may not forgive. Isn't that correct? Allah may forgive without even you asking Him, but people may not forgive, even for the smallest things. So, Rasulullah ﷺ taught us something. If you have wronged someone, you have to go to them and seek their pleasure. Okay, now the ulama spoke a lot about that, especially about backbiting. Go to them and seek their pleasure. So if you had wronged them and they know about it, go to them. Like in front of them. There's a little story about Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, another Sahabi, where they argued about a piece of land which Rasulullah ﷺ gave to share between them. And he said, this little section was mine. The other one said, no, Rasulullah ﷺ meant it for me. So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu accidentally said something that hurt the other Sahabi. They all stopped. And Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu cried. He grabbed him and said, take your revenge, take your revenge, take your revenge, say the word back to me. He said, no, wallahi, I will not say it back to you. So he went to Rasulullah ﷺ to complain, and the Sahabi reached there, and Rasulullah ﷺ said, is it true what Abu Bakr said? He said, yes. He said, is it true you did not say the word back to him? He said, yes. He said, please don't say anything back to him. Say, غَفَرَ اللَّهُ لَكَ يَا أَبَا بَكْر. So the Sahabi kept saying, غَفَرَ اللَّهُ لَكَ يَا أَبَا بَكْر, غَفَرَ اللَّهُ لَكَ, until Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu's beard was soaked with tears. Now, the point of that story is, do anything that it takes to make it up to the person whom you've wronged. That's one. If he or she still doesn't forgive you and you've tried everything you can, then you've done what you can. Go back and make dua for them. Every time they're mentioned, make dua for them. Until you die. Wallahi, this is something I did once. Every time that person is mentioned, I made dua for them. And whenever they are mentioned in bad, you mention them in good in front of the people. That's one way of compensating. Now if that person never forgives and you die and they never forgive, well then that's, subhanAllah, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us from arrogance. I hope they're not arrogant people. Because you are not more merciful than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah is wronged more than anyone else. So you've done what you can, and there's this beautiful hadith which I read about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a book called Madarij al-Salikin. No, it was called Bustan al-Wa'idhin. Some daif hadiths in it, some authentic. And the hadith says about as-sirat, where the believers, when they're crossing going to Jannah, they reach the last station, and two believers are stopped. And they say, I have a right with my brother. And Allah loves them both. So then Allah says to one of them, or sends an angel to say, forgive him if you want. And he says, no, I don't want to forgive him. And then Allah says to the angel, say to them to look behind them. They look behind them and they see a beautiful palace like the palace they've never seen before. And they say, would you like that palace for yourself? And they will say, yes, I would do anything for that palace. And say, the reward of that palace is for those who forgive their Muslim brothers and sisters in Islam. And he forgives them, and they both hold each other's hand and enter Jannah. So if it's not dealt with here, Allah doesn't let it go. If He loves you both, on the Day of Judgment He will settle it by rewarding one of you to compensate you for what you've tried and forgive you. Now if you have backbitten the person, that person doesn't know about it, you've wronged that person and they don't know about it. So this is one when he knows, you do everything. But if they don't know about it, what should you do? The ulama said, number one, you can go to them and apologize to them. But if you know that by apologizing to them it will make the matter worse, then go back to the company of people whom you wronged him in front of, and make sure that you fix what you said in front of those people, alanan, in public to them, and show them that you had wronged him, and take their oath not to repeat what you had said. And then after that, whenever that person is mentioned in bad, you mention them in good. Or, if it's true, be silent and make dua for that person. That's the way, inshaAllah. Or you can give a sadaqah on behalf of that person. These are the ways that we compensate for wronging other people. If the wrong had caused damage to them, we have to fix the damage. You know, for example, in the Quran, whoever is killed madluman, killed by mistake from the people, then you have to compensate their family with blood money. If their family forgive you, then you're off. But the point is, you need to look after their family because they have no more If it was a man, for example, a husband, no one to look after. The point is, if there's damage, you need to fix that damage.